Welcome back. Welcome back to the morning show here on Tobago Updates Television. And thank you so much for staying with us. This is the Women in Business segment. And I'm so happy this morning to be introducing to you Miss Renessa Ortiz, Miss Tobago 2024 and Miss Trinidad and Tobago finalist. She's also the CEO and founder of Ren Creates. What is Ren Creates? Well, you want to stay with us to know what that is. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Adanna. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
All right, a pleasure, of course, having you in our Women in Business segment. And of course, representing Tobago and doing your thing. And so we're happy that you are now a business owner, a founder and a CEO of your own business. Right, so tell us a little bit about your business.
Ren Creates was founded during the COVID period. During that time, a lot of persons would have found the skills that they have or dormant skills they weren't using for a while. I started my journey at Signal Hill Secondary, where I did clothing and textiles as a subject. During that time is where we were learning about the sewing machine, how to draft your patterns, and I found pattern drafting very tedious and irritating. And after doing it for probably about a year after, I put it down for a while and I focused heavily on sciences. I wanted to be a medical doctor. And after school, I started working, following up on that application. I was denied twice. Then COVID came. I started making masks, and a friend of mine told me, why don't you capitalize on the skill that you have? Didn't pay much mind to it. And after everything started normalizing, I had 2 friends reach out to me to make clothes for them. These garments were made solely with the University of YouTube.
Many of us went there.
The University of YouTube. And after that, I enrolled in physical courses in 2021 or 2022. For that entire year, it was strictly courses, month after month, back to back. And from there, this is how Ren Creates came about. So I've been in business about 4 years now. Yeah.
And we have some photographs of your work. And for a business that is only about 4 years old, and I'm looking at these pieces, some of them designed and made by you.
Yes.
Wow. So
Yes.
tell me about this piece. I want to stay here, guys. I want to stay here on this piece. Tell me about this piece.
So this piece is actually my first bride. She came to me while I was still closed. This was after the hiatus from pageantry. I was closed for a bit and was taking some time to settle back home. And she came to me. We did the measurements. All of this is happening while business was still closed. So when I opened back, this was the first piece that I put out that I was doing during that time. It was challenging in terms of this being the first bride that I'm going to put out. There was a pressure on me to ensure that everything was to a certain standard, because I believe in everything that you put out, it must reflect what you want to showcase for your brand, your business, and yourself as a business owner. So I was really proud of this entire achievement. The comments afterward as well, they were very receptive, they were very positive, and I continue to use that in anything I do going forward.
All right, let's see some of the other designs, because when I look at your pieces, and I'm thinking a small business, and you started off by saying that you hated drafting.
Yes,
that was
I
so
hated
frustrating to you. And look at what you were able to create. So when a client comes to you and they give you their vision, their idea, some might come with designs, I am sure.
Yes.
And some might be thinking, well, this is the look I'm going for, but no specific design. What then is the process?
I usually ask clients to have a consultation with me, mainly because we would see styles on the internet, or we would have a vision for how we would want to look at an event, but we need to take into consideration body types, body proportions. That is something that is very important, because what you have is short torsos, long torsos. You may have a longer lower body or a shorter lower body. And the piece that you are showing me is on someone with a body proportion that is completely different to yours. And that doesn't mean that that style would be suitable for you. So what I would have to do is be able to explain this to you, because you're coming to me for my expertise. That, well, okay, maybe you like this on this design. We could incorporate it here, but we'll have to do a little bit of tweaking to ensure that it suits you as the individual, because you are the person that is wearing the garment isn't wearing you.
So let me ask you this question, right? Between designing, consulting, designing, and sewing, Which part of this process is your favorite?
There are many pieces that can be considered my favorite, but I would say going to the fabric store and choosing the fabrics. Yes. When you feel the fabric, it's a completely different zone that you get into, because that is what is going to bring your piece to life. The wrong choice of material, the wrong choice of notions can turn your entire design upside down. So I actually like to go in and feel, look at the sheen on the fabric, the weight of the fabric, the stretch or no stretch at all. Putting shades together, because sometimes already here is completely off to already here. So you might want to use the tool with a lining, and the lining that you have might be just a tad bit off, and that changes everything.
Wow. So it's a whole process.
It's a whole process.
Wow. And how has it been for you in terms of engaging your clients, getting repeat clients or referrals? How has that been for you over the years?
It has actually been very exciting. It's good to know that the work that you put out, people are actually willing to refer you. That is something that causes your business to grow. And apart from referrals, I think customer service is very important and very, very crucial. And I believe that that is also why I get the referrals that I do, because I treat everyone the same way. I treat them how I would want to be treated as a customer when I go to an establishment. So it's less of a formal setting, it's more casual. We will have conversations. Sometimes you learn from your customers because you wouldn't know everything. And as a business owner, it's crucial to have that relationship with your customers. It also helps to lighten the amount of times you have to do fittings as well, because you're going to have to come to me for fittings. And it helps to make you feel a bit more comfortable if it is we have a relationship and we establish a certain level of trust. So all of that is it's fulfilling, very fulfilling.
You know, I was going to ask that and you said it, very, very fulfilling. And what are you looking forward to the most with your business?
I am looking forward to creating more gowns. I've always loved the dresses and the elaborate trains and the embellishments. I think with designing and sewing, a lot of people also don't understand the amount of work that goes into the craft. It just looks as though you take two pieces of fabric and you sew them together and you think that's it. No, it's a lot of technical work that goes into it. It's a lot of trial and error. Even if you have gone to fashion school, when you do come out, it's a matter of still learning. So it's a matter of being self-taught, but also the guidance of instructors. And I'm very grateful to the people who have been on this journey with me, who have shared their insights with me. Yes, University of YouTube, but also from my own personal experiences, because I don't think you'd be able to learn everything from an instructor. You have to put some level of work in on your own, read books, watch videos, your trial and errors from your clients, because sometimes some of the knowledge I have gained with fabrics and clients is because it was crunch time and it was almost deadline and I needed to find out this way to get this particular thing done. So it's about your grit and your ability to not give up.
And how can persons find you if they want to book a consultation, perhaps, or have something sewn by you?
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Ren Creates. You can also have my contact. It's 293-0372, 293-0372.
All right. So, you know, of course, I must wish you the absolute best as you continue with your business, Ren Creates. And I'm looking forward to seeing some gowns in the future, because I know that's one of the things you're looking forward to the most.
Yes.
So all the best to you. And may you continue to have faith and all the clients that you are hoping for and all the experiences that you're looking for through your business.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we have to end the morning show on such a light note this morning. And of course, if you're looking for a gown, check out Ren Creates on Facebook and on Instagram, or you can give her a call. All right. This morning we head on over to GMT, which is Good Morning Tobago. So please stay with us. And as you stay, we invite you to help us share the live, share the live, share the live.